Hey guys! Welcome to Ellie's 1 month update! This is Ellie at 1 month. This is Ellie. And Jonathan's here too, so if you hear Jonathan in the background, that's what's going on. But yes, so Ellie's 1 month update. This little girl is so incredibly sweet. Jonathan, you want to come say hi? Say hi!
Hi!
Yeah!
Hi guys!
Alright, good job. Okay, so Ellie, at her 2-week appointment, which she doesn't have an appointment now until her 2-month one, so I don't know exactly her stats on how much she weighs and her length, but I do as of 2 weeks ago. Okay, but as of 2 weeks ago, she was 8 pounds 13 ounces, and she was born at 7 pounds 11 ounces. So she gained quite a bit in 2 weeks, which is great. I'm really, really thrilled with that. So she, like I said, 2 weeks ago, 8 pounds 13 ounces. I don't remember her length actually, but they said that she was like 79th percentile for height, which is crazy because I'm super short, like I'm 5 feet tall, and James is 5'8", so we're not very tall people. So we'll see if this little one is tall or not. She still has her dark brown hair, even though it does look like it's lightening up. I don't think she's going to be blonde like Jonathan. Jonathan did start with having really, really dark brown hair too, and his did lighten up to blonde, but I don't think she's going to be a blonde. She also has really pretty blue eyes still, so we will see if they will stay blue or if they will turn to a different color. But James has bluish green eyes, and she looks just like James. I mean, I see zero me in her at all. She looks just like your daddy, which is so sweet. And I really do actually hope that she gets his eyes because I love his eyes. Okay, so as far as eating and sleeping and other things like that, she, like, I can't even complain about her sleeping. She goes to bed at 8:30, like that's when she is ready to go to bed, so I put Jonathan to bed and then I put her to bed. And usually she doesn't wake up till 2 a.m. And then after that she wakes up every 2 to 3 hours. So that's really not bad for being a month old. I'm used to Jonathan, who woke up like every 2 to 3 hours until he was like 10 months old. I don't know. So like this is amazing to me that she does such a long stretch, at least at the first part of the night. And I think partially that's due to the fact that she cluster feeds in the evening. So starting around 6:30, she starts cluster feeding, and she cluster feeds until she goes to sleep. Which it is a little difficult because, you know, that's when I'm trying to get dinner ready, and especially if James is gone, which he's gone a lot, and, you know, bedtime and all that is just up to me. So bath time, bedtime, all that stuff with Jonathan is really hard to do when she's attached, basically. So once she's a little bit older, I'll be able to put her in the baby carrier and nurse her while I'm doing things, but she's still so little and she kind of unlatches and latches and unlatches and latches, and it's better to just sit still and feed her. But she is a champ at nursing. She is a little piggy, which is so great, and I mean that a nice way, not a bad way. And nursing is going great. Our biggest obstacle this past month was trying to get my supply down because I had an oversupply just like I did with Jonathan, but with Jonathan it wasn't a big deal at first because I was exclusively pumping, so it was actually really great. But with her, you know, because I'm not exclusively pumping, I didn't want an oversupply because she was getting a ton of formilk and my letdown was super forceful and she would gag and, you know, there's just way too much milk. So I was doing block feedings and stuff, trying to regulate my supply a little bit, and I was still able to store, I probably have a couple 100 ounces in the freezer, which I haven't been pumping really. I've just been using this, it's like a silicone thing that you attach to the breast that you're not feeding on. It's called a haka, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I'll do a video on that because I feel like this is such an important thing for nursing moms. It's like amazing, but you attach it to the breast you're not feeding on and it catches your letdown milk. So I've been able to store up a lot of milk just because of that, and I like it because it's not like where you're pumping and your body is telling itself to make more milk because you're pumping this milk. So it has helped me relieve some pressure on the other side without creating that much more milk, if that makes any sense. I don't know. But anyway, so breastfeeding is going great. She's such a good baby. The only time she really cries is if she has a dirty diaper or if she's super sleepy or hungry. But that's pretty normal. But she doesn't cry that much. She's really content. She loves laying in her bed or on the floor and just stretching out. She didn't want me to hold her. She wanted to lay down, so she's laying down in her crib right now. But yeah, so she is doing fantastic. She's growing well, and she's working on her head control and neck control and all that stuff. She does not like tummy time at all. So as far as things she does and does not like, she is decent in the car. She doesn't like her car seat, but when she's actually in the car and it's moving, she does well. She falls asleep. We actually just drove to Florida this past weekend and back to visit my brother, and she did so amazing. Jonathan was crying a lot more than she ever did. So that's great. She doesn't like bath time, although her cord just fell off 2 days ago, guys. Seriously. It was stuck on there. So we've been having to only do like sponge bath type things, you know, just washing her off with a washcloth, and she does not like. So maybe she'll like an actual bath. I don't know. She hates having dirty diapers. She wants her diaper changed immediately, which is so funny because Jonathan was the opposite. He would just like sit in it all day probably if I would have let him. I don't know. He loved it. Not that I did not let him sit in it all day, just say he probably would have loved that. She likes being worn in the katan, which is what I wear her around the grocery store and stuff in. She gets so snuggly in there, and she loves that. She loves her big brother and daddy and grandma, and she just loves everybody holding her, talking to her. And she loves making little sounds, and she is a mover. You can tell that she's going to be all over the place pretty early. In fact, she actually rolled over by herself. But it took her like 10 minutes, and I think it was kind of a fluke thing because she hasn't even attempted again. So yeah, I don't know exactly how that happened, but she definitely flipped over by herself, which was crazy. All right, now as far as me, 4 weeks postpartum, I am feeling almost back to normal. There's still tenderness and discomfort around my incision area if I do too much or move certain ways, or pull on my abs. We went on a long walk the other day and I was pushing the stroller, and afterwards I was pretty sore. So I'm definitely not 100% yet, but I am getting there. My incision is looking a lot better than it did with Jonathan at this time around. I have really bad scar tissue. I get keloids going really bad. So my doctor really tried to, he took off the old keloid scar and tried to prevent that from happening. So I had a 4-week appointment on Thursday, and he said the incision looked great and that I need to start putting Mederma on it, which I have been, and I've actually seen a little bit of a difference using that already, so that's really nice. I totally forgot to ask when I can start working out and stuff like that again. I'm pretty sure it's 6 weeks like normal, but I didn't get confirmation from them, so I'm going to call and ask about that because I can't wait to start working out, but I want to make sure that my body is ready because I don't want to hurt myself or prevent healing or anything like that, but I'm just ready to get back in the gym and feel normal again because I'm just feeling flabby and loose, and that's to be expected and that's totally fine, but I'm uncomfortable. I don't like feeling this way. I don't like still wearing maternity pants. I know I'm only 4 weeks out. I know, but I just want to get my body back, or start getting my body back and start getting in my routine again and doing all that again when I can. So I am excited about that. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for our 1 month update. Little girl's doing great. I'm doing well, and we're just so happy that she's here. She's been such an amazing addition to our family, and everything just feels so whole and complete, and not necessarily that we're done having kids, but our family feels so perfect right now. So we've enjoyed all this time, even though some of it is stressful having 2 kids and adjusting to that, but it's been wonderful. We're just really thankful that she's here and she's healthy and all of that. Alright guys, well let me go ahead and show you my 1-month postpartum body, because that's exciting, I guess. And yes, like I said, I'm still in maternity pants, so it is what it is. Here we go! Alright guys, well that's it for 1 month postpartum and baby update. Let me grab her real quick. Thank you guys for watching. We love you and we'll see you in our next video. Bye guys.